Uachtaráin Commissioner agus a chomhlachtaithe an céadúil síos bhfuil an buíoch ó chrí a ggóla siúd ar fad a chuidigh dom agus an tuairisceáil tábhachtha seo maidir le bolman san Atlanta a olbhú. Na Scott Rapporteur, na Rúnaíocht an Costa Isci, an Pelagic Rack, an Cóliúr Bartas ón grúpa agus an Cóliúr Máfig a féin. Cumaith le sin an Commission agus an Cólia is ag gudú agus a tacaíochta. Is an cóabrú agus an plé lé agus na smaoinseoir na daoine seo le a cinse go raibh mé an tuairisceáil seo go mé ag súil go mé ghlacú go generalta leis ar chur faoi bhráid aniu. The western stock of mackerel, horse mackerel, is one of the most important stock for the fishery sector in Europe. The proposal is based on the implementation plan agreed by the European Commission and the UN World Summit on Sustainable Development in 2002. At this summit, the Commission agreed to maintain or to restore fish stocks to levels that can produce the maximum sustainable yield. The subsequent proposal by the European Commission was drafted in close cooperation with the Pelagic Rack, who had originally put forward this proposal. Egg surveys for horse mackerel have been conducted every 3 years since 1997. The data collected was insufficient to allow the scientists to make a full assessment as to the health of the stock. The proposed management plan that addresses these difficulties by establishing a formula for vessels in the horse mackerel fishery known as the harvest control rule. This rule provides for a mechanism for calculating an annual ceiling of maximum allowable landings of horse mackerel harvested from the defined area. The plan was expected to come into operation in late 2009, but was delayed due to the adoption of the Lisbon Treaty. Of course, I fully respect the rights of the Council to set and to allocate fishing opportunities. I met with representatives from the Belgian Presidency prior to the adoption of my report in the Fisheries Committee. They suggested a proposal which would provide the Council a degree of flexibility in terms of the total removable amount when setting the total allowable catch. I believe that this proposal by the Belgian Presidency, which was subsequently adopted by the Fisheries Committee, protects the Council's exclusive right under the treaties to set and to allocate fishing opportunities. I would like to discuss the amendments proposed by the EPP, the SD and the GUE political groups in relation to Area 8C, in other words, the Bay of Biscay. I would like to inform the House that, as Rapporteur, I support the amendment tabled by the Socialists but cannot accept the EPP and the GUE amendments. And I give my reasons for that. The scientific advice is clear. This is a one stock which covers the entire geographical area. Should the Parliament adopt the EPP and GUE proposal, it would make a nonsense, I repeat, of the management plan to introduce two separate tax areas for one stock. If we did so, I can say to the House it would establish a very dangerous and a very serious precedent for future mackerel management plans. We could not agree to the splitting of a single fisheries stock. Those who wish to support this will be doing so for their own personal reasons and for the reasons of their member states, but this is a common fisheries policy and we must adhere to this. And while our Spanish and Portuguese colleagues may have concerns, and I appreciate those concerns, and I have included those concerns in the Amendment 7, which is contained in the draft report, it states that this plan shall be implemented taking account of artisanal fisheries and historic rights. So in conclusion, this amendment is acceptable to the Council and the Pelagic Rack and takes into consideration the views expressed by the Spanish and Portuguese colleagues. But let's keep the policy as it is.